Hello, we're making another character with dice. I'm gonna jump straight into it because, let's be real, no one watches intros anyway. If I sound nasally, it's because I'm allergic to air. So, I kind of already know some stuff about this character. From the last Design with Dice video, I made Ylneee'ia Kyrena the king of Mistwind, and we know that he has a queen because he married his best friend. Now, in that video, I rolled that she is feminine. I didn't roll anything else about her, so we don't know her D&D species or race yet. As always, I roll a d12 for that. 2, half elf. Alright, so since I always start with face, I also wanted to kind of get the general vibe of their face card. So, does she have an RBF? And I'll put the scale of yes or no up on the screen because I'm too lazy to explain it. And I'm gonna use this metal dice, but if it sounds ugly, then I'm not gonna keep using it. Ooh, that sounded really heavy and ugly. 20. That's a hard no. Okay. Hard no on the RBF. Okay. That makes me think that, like, okay, she definitely doesn't have an RBF. Like, she looks nice. So, does she look very kind? No. No. Okay, so if that's a hard no on the RBF, but she doesn't look kind, probably somewhere in the middle, right? Like, maybe she looks tired. And part of me kind of just wants to go with that because I don't want to roll on it and get another no because I don't have any other ideas. So yeah, let's go with that. She looks tired, which is kind of funny because her husband, Ylneee'ia, also looks kind of tired and solemn. But I don't think she looks solemn. I think she literally just like looks tired. It doesn't necessarily mean that she is tired, which we'll kind of find out later on when I roll on her like identity and stuff. But just the vibe. You know, like maybe her eyes are droopy. Maybe she's got, you know, some eye bags. So hair length, I'm gonna roll a d10. I'm gonna roll this one because it kind of looks like, reminds me of cheese. Like if someone ate cheese and threw it up. I don't know, for some reason I really like Chessex speckled dice because they remind me of like very specific things. It's kind of disgusting, but yeah. Okay, hair length, 10 is very long. 1 is very short. 8, so long hair. They both have long hair. Her and her hubby both have long hair. So what about hairstyle? Up or down? Hair up? No. Hair is down. Let's see. Is the hair straight? 6, yes. Hair is straight and long and down, but that seems a little boring. So I'm gonna ask, is there some sort of interesting hairstyle at least going on where like some of it is tied up? 9, yes. There is indeed something intricate going on there, which might bite me because I'm gonna have to draw that. Ooh. So I will also roll on her skin value like I did with Ylneee'ia. So 10 is very dark and 1 is very pale. Ooh, that's a 10. So her and Ylneee'ia are both very dark. So she's very dark for a half elf. I also forgot to roll on like the subspecies of half elf. So very dark makes me think of drow once more. So I'll ask that. Is she a half drow? 20. Hard no. Man, that's 2 20s already this video. How come I don't roll this many nat 20s when I actually play? What about sun elf? 8. Okay, sun elf. Okay, so if you keep up with my community tab, you would know that I'm making this video because I found a really, really nice looking color scheme that I got excited to like kind of try out. And so I already have a color scheme for her and very dark skin. Honestly, I'm really excited to see how that will mesh with it. Because my original idea with the color scheme was actually like medium toned skin, but yeah, we can darken that and see how it works. So we know skin tone. What about hair color? I kind of want the hair to also be really dark or really light. I want there to be contrast between the skin color and the hair, but we'll see what the dice say. 9, so very dark. Oh god. I feel like my voice got even more nasalier. Just allergies acting up. It's really annoying. But I wanted to film this video. Okay, so I know I said I wanted contrast, but I didn't. The dice said no. Okay, so they said hair is also dark. But that could open up possibilities of there being a lot of accessories in the hair so that the hair will pop out more. Is there a lot of accessories in the hair? Please be yes, please be yes, please be yes. Okay, 4, yes. Oh, thank God. What about just jewelry in general? Because I'm working on the face right now in the video. Does she have earrings? Yes. And then I will roll a D100 to see what those earrings are to get a vibe. I'm only gonna use Mythic GME 2nd edition. I'm not gonna use UNE because I just have all the tables already, so I don't want to switch back and forth. So Mythic has an object table and I'm gonna roll on that and see what I get and see how I can interpret that. 58. Majestic. Okay, majestic earring. That was kind of a given, to be honest. So obviously this earring is very beautiful. I'm gonna roll again just to possibly get another hint at what it could be. 73. Personal. So she has very majestic personal earrings. So I think these earrings are gonna have a really personal connection to her life, to her background possibly even her family, but we don't know anything about that yet. So I'm gonna note that down and then let's find out about her personality and identity. Let's do identity first because I'm the type of person who can't put a name to a character unless I know about their personality, and like I have to match the name to the character instead of the character to the name. All right, character identity table. 7. Art. Character identity. Hearing that makes me think more of she's a muse. Not necessarily her being an artist, but because Kellis is an artist, she is his muse. That is how I interpret that. And maybe she's a lot of people's muses. Maybe she has so many portraits of her around the palace and also just in general. She is like the #1 subject of most artwork in Mistwind. You know, they have like those paintings of like rich people and stuff, you know. A lot of it is her, which makes sense because she's the queen. Or queen consort, I guess. She's like particularly a muse for a lot of artists. Maybe not just because she's queen, maybe because she just has a vibe to her. But honestly, it's kind of funny because she like looks tired, or she gives tired with her vibe. So like maybe in all the paintings she just looks tired. Maybe some of the artists take some liberties with that and try to make her look more lifted and more like energetic, you know? And we don't know, maybe she doesn't like that, maybe she does like it, who knows? Whatever, let's just ask right now. Does she like it when people take liberties with how she looks? Ooh, that rolled a little weirdly. 12, no, she doesn't like it. Ooh, that's very interesting. Before we get to her personality, this video is sponsored by Unvale. So as you guys know, D&D has consumed my life lately, and in Unvale, I can not only share the characters I made, but also the world that they inhabit. For forever, I've been looking for a way to share some of the written stuff that I have for my campaign, and this place was perfect for it. I've already been posting the worlds of Mistwind and my D&D characters on Unvale, and the community has already been so welcoming. It really makes me feel seen, and it makes me excited to share even more. Unvale is free to join, so you don't need an invite code to make an account. When I was first posting my character, like 10 minutes later, I was already getting notifications of people favoriting them. And then the next morning, I had so many notifications of comments on my profile and favorites welcoming me to the site. it just feels like there's a general love and interest for original characters and world building here. It's really hard these days to find a way to share your art and creations without the pressures of social media, so Unvale is just a really refreshing place to post and relax. So far, I posted the characters I designed and also included some written lore about Mistwind, so head on over to Unvale if you're interested in seeing that, or try it out for yourself. Now, back to the video. So let's do some personality. Some people in the comments are gonna get mad at me for this because a lot of people think that I roll dice wrong. Okay, so this is the D10. I see this as a 10, and then I see this as a 0 instead of a 100. All right, so this is a 10. This is just the way I do things, please. I don't want to have to keep explaining myself. I can still get all 100 numbers this way. Okay, 100 on the character personality is wise. She's very wise, which, ooh, I love her already. I mean, we don't know much, but I love her already. My mind keeps thinking of how this relates to Kalis, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to keep like connecting her to this other character. I want her to be her own character. And this makes me think about what in her childhood or her family or upbringing, whatever, caused her to be this wise. Like, were her parents particularly wise and they taught her how to be as wise as them? Or was this something that she kind of became on her own accord through her own personal experiences? So I'll ask, is this wisdom something that she got from, or she learned from her parents? 7. Yes, so she did get this from her parents. And I know we're still supposed to be on the personality, but I want to ask if her parents are still alive, because as we all know, whenever we write characters, half the time their parents are dead. We'll see what the dice say. 13. You know what? I'll try to be a little nice here. I'll try to bargain with the dice, or haggle with the dice. Are they both dead? Oh no! Oh my god. I see the nat 20 and I immediately think yes, because it's like, yay, nat 20, but that's a hard no. So, one of the parents is alive still, but nat 20, that's a third nat 20 here. It's a hard no. Exceptional no. That makes me want to add something extra to it. So for the drama, what if both her parents are alive, but she doesn't know it? She doesn't know. She thinks they're both dead, but secretly they're alive somewhere. In the outside world? Are they being kept hostage somewhere? I don't want to roll too much on that because I want to know, but I want to keep it a secret from you guys. I want to keep that a surprise from you. But if you have any theories in the comments, let me know, because I might just steal your ideas. All right, more personality. 5, ambitious. Okay. In contrast to Kalis, who is very indecisive and doesn't know what he wants. She's very ambitious. She knows what she wants and she's very wise. I would say she probably advises him a lot. She's kind of the angel on his shoulder and his aunt is a devil. She also does a lot of ambitious things on by herself, where as a queen she still has a lot of power, even though she is not the actual monarch. She still is basically second in command here as a queen, or third in command if you count the chief advisor to be the second. And so she's ambitious and she does a lot of things for the kingdom also. And since she's very wise, I think a lot of them are like correct decisions, or at least good decisions. Maybe she's beloved by the kingdom. I mean, a lot of artists already view her as their muse. So she's kind of this queen that they like, and they don't like the king. Which makes me think that maybe a lot of people feel as though they wish that she was the actual monarch, like the actual holder of the crown, rather than just being his wife and his queen, which is pretty juicy. There's already a lot of like gossip, I feel like, that would kind of happen around Mistwind, where people are like, oh, like here she goes again, like doing something really good for us. I wish that he would do more of that. I wish she was more in power. So I think that's a lot already, and I want to come up with her name. And I don't know how like half-elf names are supposed to be, so I'm just gonna roll on the table for some syllables and then look up some half-elf names and see what kind of matches. 73. Ren. Okay, we got that in the first design with dice video with Ren to R. Ren. 38. Law? Or no, that's an I. That's Ylneee'ia. Ren-ee'ia. Ylneee'ia Ren? Ylneee'ia Ren. Third one. Give me a third one. 21. E. 3 E's right in a row. Okay. 3 E's right in a row. You know, that's a lot of vowels. That's too much vowels, but we'll see. We'll see what kind of half-elf names we encounter. Once again, I'm going to the trusty fantasy name generator. I'm going to fantasy name generator. I'm looking for Ren, IA, and a lot of E's. I think the IA and the EEE I will put for her first name, and then Ren for the surname. And right now I see Ylneee'ia, which I can replace some vowels. Oh god, voice crack. I could replace some vowels and put a bunch of E's in there, so I'm gonna save that. I see Ylneee'ia, which I can kind of switch to like Ylneee'ia. I don't know. Ylneee'ia or Ylnee. I kind of like the sound of Nia, so like Nia something E or E something Nia. What about, this might look crazy, like YL, because I see that a lot in these names, and that is very elven-like. So YL, ill, and then Neee, Ylnee, and then IA. Ylneee'ia. Ylneee'ia. Or I could put an apostrophe there after the EEE. So it's like Ylneee'ia. Ylneee'ia. Okay? You gotta stop your breath, stop your syllable right there where the apostrophe is. Ylneee'ia. Stop Ia. Ylneee'ia. I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? I kind of like it. Let's hope it doesn't look too ugly like written out, because I haven't actually seen it written out yet. It doesn't look bad, but it's definitely a lot of E's. That looks like a name where someone will see it and be like, how the heck do I say that? And then the last name, well, I suppose her last name would be a Krentor, because she's married to Kalis, but maybe, you know, maybe she kept her own name. Something with Ren. And half-elves may not have last names, but I want to give her a last name. Okay, I went to another name generator and I saw Kyrena, like Kyrena, Kyrena. I kind of like that. It's got Ren, so Ylneee'ia Kyrena, or Kyrena, whichever sounds better. Ylneee'ia Kyrena, a Krentor, or a Krentor Kyrena. I like it. It's a vibe. It is a name that does make me think this person has like a lot of experience under their belt. Like, the name makes me think of like a very powerful archmage that like has, you know, a lot of stories to tell, which matches because she's supposed to be wise and ambitious. And, you know, I don't even know if she knows about magic. I guess I'll ask. And I don't know what I want this to be. Okay, another 20. What? Okay, hard no. She does not know about magic, which I'm all right with. So this is what we have so far for Queen Ylneee'ia Kyrena. I don't know, if you don't want to say her full name, I guess you can call her Ia, which is cute. It's a cute little nickname. She is a half-elf, sun elf. She is feminine, and her vibe face card is kind of giving tired. She looks tired. She probably has some eye bags or whatever, you know, droopy eyes. She has long straight hair, which is parts of it is tied up in a very intricate style that has some accessories, very queenly accessories. Her skin is very dark and her hair is also very dark. And she is wearing earrings that are very majestic and has a personal value to her. So I forgot about that. Let's think. What could this earring be? Oh yeah, and also, she thinks her parents are dead, but they're secretly not. But we don't know what happened to them yet. So I'm thinking her earrings have a connection to her parents. Perhaps her parents got her these earrings. And I want to know what they look like, and I want to roll on the object table again. 79, please give me something. Reassuring. Okay. How does an item look reassuring? Earrings, reassuring earrings. What's an object that you think of when you hear reassuring? My mind is blanking. Reassuring? I'm literally just gonna Google reassuring object. Okay, I'm seeing a bear, you know, like a teddy bear. I guess let's ask, is it a teddy bear or a bear? 6, yes. Okay, so these are really majestic and personal earrings, which are her comfort item, and they're like the bear. It's a bear. I don't know if it's gonna look like a teddy bear or if it's gonna look like just an actual bear. And I'm gonna say she's tall. So hopefully by now, Queen Ylneee'ia looks pretty fleshed out with her portrait. This is the face that many an artist have painted and drawn in the kingdom because she's a muse. All right, and then now I'm gonna move on to her outfit. So I won't be doing motives because I've decided that I kind of want to keep that secret from you guys for future storytelling reasons. And since I started this video knowing what color scheme I wanted to use, I'm also not going to be rolling on the colors. But I will be rolling on an outfit silhouette. I made my own little chart, I guess, to roll on, and I'm going to roll a d6 for it. And this is going to be the general shape that I'm going to follow with her outfit. 3. You know, I'm not entirely sure what style this is. I think it's like late Victorian. It's where like the booty, I guess, of the skirt has like an attachment to it that makes it look puffed up, right? I think it's called a bustle. So the queen is going to have a dress that has a bustle, and because her hair is in a bow-like shape, I'm gonna make the bustle of it a bow-like shape to kind of keep that like bow or ribbon motif going on with her design. But there's still a lot of things I don't quite know about her design yet, so I'll ask, is there a lot of skin showing? Or is she very modest? Or is she very proud of her body and wanting to show a lot of it? 2, so there is a lot of skin showing. Maybe the neckline of it is very low. Maybe she doesn't wear gloves, right? And I can definitely take some artistic liberties with this too. I don't have to stick to like historical accuracy. This is D&D, this is fantasy. I'm just gonna do whatever I want and what I think looks good. So that's fun and interesting. Lots of skin showing. Is she wearing a crown? Because maybe she doesn't like to. Oh. Nat 20 again. Oh my god, why is there so many nat 20s in this video? Why can't I crit this much when I'm playing actual D&D? So hard no on the crown. I think that she doesn't wear the crown because maybe she wants to further acknowledge that she's just the queen consort. So she doesn't wear a tiara, she doesn't wear a crown. She kind of thinks that's Kellus's role. He is the king, and she's probably aware of the general sentiment about him as a king and about her as a queen, where a lot of people feel like she should be the main queen and that he should be the king consort. She's wise, and so I think this kind of like maybe rebellion against wearing a crown, she believes will help the people to accept like, I'm your queen consort, not your queen. So I also want to know, are the top and bottom of her outfit connected? Or is it like a two-piecer? Are they connected? 10, which is a yes. Yeah, I think that's a yes. So they are connected. It is a full dress. So are there embellishments with like the super fancy patterns? 12, no. Okay. Apparently she also doesn't like the patterns, so I'm gonna have to make this outfit or dress interesting in another way. Does she wear a lot of jewelry? Oh my god, is this die weighted? That's the second nat 20. And I'm pretty sure earlier, the first time I rolled it, it was a nat 20. 2 nat 20s in a row with this die? Maybe I should use this die more often when I'm playing. So hard no on the jewelry, except for the earrings. Okay. Ylneee'ia, you're becoming an interesting design because I'm not sure what to do with that. I don't want it to look boring. I don't want it to look simple. But maybe that's what she wants. Maybe she wants to look simplified. She doesn't want to outshine, you know, too much, I guess, Kailas, because I feel like if she really tried, she could probably outshine him, but he's like decked out in like everything, you know. In structure, the thing that she's wearing, is it simple? No, it's not simple. Okay, that gives me something to work with. So in structure, the dress that she is wearing is, I guess, complicated. It's more complex. Yes, there's no patterns, there's no jewelry, but it can still be complex in some other type of way, which I'll figure out when I look up references and inspirations, you know? And I also want to know, how long exactly is her hair? We know that she has long hair. We know that it's very dark. And she probably changes her hairstyle a lot. And, you know, there's a lot you can do with long hair. I feel like typically she also changes her outfit a lot, and she tends to match the shape of her hair to her outfit. Is it up to her waist? 11, no. Okay, just above the waist, maybe like up to her chest or a little below that, but not quite at the waist, if that makes sense. It feels like I don't have too much to go off of with her outfit, but I think I have the silhouette, I have these criterias, and I'm too scared to roll on anything else because I'm scared I'm not gonna be able to work with it. I'm not feeling too confident right now about it. So I'm just gonna move on to her family, her background, and, you know, just generally what is her story. So from before, we know that she is a half elf, sun elf. And I want to know which of her parents is the elf. Is it her dad? No. So her mother is the elf. Obviously, everyone in Mistwind thinks they're human though, but you know, just for storytelling purposes, maybe I could do something with this. We know that her dad is human and her mom is the elf. I also want to know, does she have any siblings? Oh my, nat 20 again, what's going on? Hard no, she has no siblings. She is an only child, which does make it a little easier for me because I don't have to worry about making even more characters. Sometimes it gets a little overwhelming making so many characters. So we know that they were wise people who passed down their wisdom onto Ylneee'ia in her upbringing. Were they like traveling one day and they never came home, like something happened on their way? 10, yes. Okay, she believes they died in some sort of, I know, accident while they were traveling, possibly an ambush or like a wreckage or whatever. The whole point is they never came back alive from that travel. So we also know that she had a good relationship with her parents and they gave her these earrings for comfort. Did they give her like a teddy bear from when she was younger? 10, yes. So they gave her a teddy bear when she was younger in order to comfort her for something. Perhaps a fear that she has. Maybe I could roll on a table to get a hint for what her fear is. Okay, there's like a cryptic message table, and I guess I'll use that and see what I get. 57, lost. Oh no, oh no. Okay. Oh, that's really sad, like what I'm thinking, considering what we already know. I'm relating loss to like separation anxiety, especially one that a child has. So possibly whenever her parents had to leave her at home with like her nanny or something while they went out and did like adult things when she was a child, she would get separation anxiety, especially because she's a only child, right? And so they gave her a teddy bear, maybe 2 of them, so that she wouldn't feel so alone. They probably told her, these teddy bears are us. We'll always be with you. Oh God, that's really sad. Okay, so eventually when she grew up and she could no longer just bring these teddy bears with her everywhere where her parents weren't with her, they instead commissioned these earrings for her, which have bears, right? Like the bear heads. And because she has 2 ears, 2 earrings, 2 parents, she would always wear these earrings anytime she had to go somewhere and be separated from her parents, so that she would feel the comfort of, you know, them always being with her one way or another with these bear motifs or bear earrings. Oh God, that's really sad. Why? And now she thinks they're dead. And so she's just like, I am alone. Like my parents are gone. And it's almost like her greatest fear happened. It happened. Oh my, this is sad. Okay, let's make it even sadder. What happened to the bears? Did they get destroyed? Are they lost? Does she still have them? I'll ask that. Does she still have the bears? Okay, she does. She does. I also want to know more details about that day that her parents had apparently died. And I'm gonna be careful with this. I don't want to do too many details to where you guys know everything now about what happened, you know. You'll never know the truth about them until it comes up possibly in the story of Mistwind, okay? I just want to know, what does Ylneee'ia know? What does she think happened? So what were they traveling for? And why wasn't she with them? Or was she? Was she with them? 11. Okay, she wasn't with them. But why wouldn't she be with her parents when they're going somewhere? Oh wait, how old was she? Was she like fully an adult when this happened? No. Was she a child? Or like, I don't know, preteen? Because she could either have been a child or like a preteen. Was she a child? 10. Yes, she was a child. She was like, let's just say, because I rolled a 10, she was like 10 years old. Okay, so here's my idea. What if she was going with them to a house party? They were actually taking her with them. And during house parties, obviously you're sleeping at someone else's house, and she probably sleeps with her bears. But maybe the bear had been forgotten at home, or the bears plural, because I guess she had 2 of them, 1 for each parent. So I'll ask that. Did they forget the bear at home? 2. Yes. Perfect. This falls in line with my idea, which makes it even more tragic. Oh no. They forgot the bears at home. Ylneee'ia, or Ylneee'ia, sorry, has a little bit of a tantrum or something. She gets upset. She doesn't seem like the type of person who would have a tantrum. So scratch the tantrum. She just gets very upset. Maybe now she has separation anxiety when it comes to her bear, not just her parents, right? So her parents, they love her so much and they want her to be comfortable. And so they tell her, okay, we'll go and get the bears for you and we'll come back. And then they leave, but they never come back. But she still has the bears. So that makes me assume that they had never reached home, because if they had disappeared or died, quote unquote, or something happened to them on the road, it was either on the way home or on the way back to her. So since she still has the bears, I think they just never made it back home. Does she blame herself? 11. Oh, okay. Thank goodness. She doesn't. She doesn't blame herself. And obviously she still likes the bears because they're the only thing left of her parents that she has. So I don't think she blames the bears. But that's really sad and tragic that there's this whole story with the bears, how they were her comfort whenever her parents weren't with her. But then if you think about it, it's also the reason why she lost them. Wow. I really like how that turned out. That is her childhood backstory of how she lost her parents, but we don't know what really happened to them. But I will eventually, but you won't. Haha. Until you find out. Probably in a future episode of Mistwind. So I want to know more about her relationship with Kellis, because they're married, and I'm just gonna focus on their marriage. I'm not gonna focus too much on their prior friendship before that, because once again, that's something I kind of want you guys as the audience to find out as the story goes on. But I wanted to ask, do they have a physical relationship? Obviously, we know that they have a platonic one. They are not in love. They don't have romantic feelings, but platonic can also mean sexual, right? Like they can not be in love with each other, but still enjoy those parts of a relationship. Considering they are the king and queen, they probably need to have an heir, right? So let's ask. 1, yes. Hard yes. Whoa. Okay, so they enjoy each other in that way. All right. Does she have anyone on the side? 10? She does. Okay, they're like an open relationship, you know, since they don't have that like total romantic commitment to each other. So they probably have an open relationship. So we know she has someone on the side. Does Kellis have someone on the side? I know this is not his video, but I just wanted to know. Okay, he does too. That's a 9. He also does have someone on the side. Yeah, so they're open. They like to enjoy whoever they want to enjoy, right? We also know that she's a well-liked queen. People wish she was the monarch instead. So what has she done for the kingdom? And I can roll some words for that to help me figure it out. So there's literally a character actions table that I will use. 65, move. 65 again? I'm not gonna count that. 59, lethal, huh? Okay, let's do a third one. 30, 20 plus 10, 30. Disrupt. Move, lethal, disrupt. Oh god. Disrupt. That makes me think she moved something to disrupt something lethal. So she had disrupted maybe a danger to the people, something. Okay, my mind, my brain, thinking of factories. I don't know what kind of factories there would be in a D&D world like this, but you know, I'm thinking of Victorian London, and people were working in factories, and that was pretty lethal for them. Okay, they were probably not only handling lethal machinery, but also lethal chemicals and stuff like that. And so possibly Mistwind is a little bit industrialized, a little bit, as much as D&D can be, right? And when I think of an industrialized D&D world, I think more like what artificers would do, like that type of stuff. But it gets a little bit complicated because Mistwind doesn't have magic, so it wouldn't be magical machinery, but I still think it would look a little magical because obviously they're probably bringing in like machinery and technology from the outside world, but using it in a way that didn't require magic. But that's really complicated. I don't want to get too much into that, but we know, because this is how I'm going to interpret it, that people are dying in factories. Like people are dying because they are doing something dangerous because of work or something else, right? And she wanted to disrupt that. So maybe she created better work environments for people. She moved something. Oh God, what can I do with move? Maybe move could be unrelated to the factories. Maybe that could be something else that she did. So you know, maybe she like created unions for the workers. She's kind of like more of like a people's queen, right? And then with the move, for some reason I'm thinking of like housing. So maybe she created more housing for people who need it, for the working class, for the lower class, because obviously there's plenty of housing for the upper class, right? And it makes me curious why she's so sympathetic towards the general people, to the populace. And it makes me wonder, like, was one of her parents perhaps like come from more humble means compared to the other parent? Was there a class difference between her parents? 9. Yes. So that's probably why she has a lot of connection to this part of the people where, you know, she's not just like another typical rich person who probably doesn't think about that much stuff, which is kind of like how Kellis is the reason why he's such an unconfident king and he doesn't make a lot of the decisions that he should be making as king is because he doesn't really think of stuff in that regard. His upbringing was way too rich, you know, he grew up as a prince, and so his parents and his guardians, especially his aunt, probably did not raise him to be sympathetic towards the general population of the kingdom. Let's ask which one of her parents was the more humble lifestyle one, or the poorer one, I guess. Was it her mother? Yes, okay, so it was her mother. It was actually the elf parent who came from a lower class than her dad. I also want to know, what is her dynamic exactly with the chief advisor of the king, with his aunt? Does she dislike her, like, outwardly? 11. No. Does she dislike her secretly? 9. That was almost a 19. 9 is yes. Okay, so she doesn't like her, but she keeps it to herself. And she doesn't make it super known or obvious whenever they're interacting. But the aunt probably knows. The aunt can probably tell that they don't like each other, but for the sake of appearances, they are civil towards each other whenever they interact. For the last thing that I will roll for this video, I want to know what one of her hobbies is, just to see what she likes to do whenever she's by herself or enjoying her time. Change. A hobby that involves change. Because I mentioned it earlier with her changing her hair and her outfit a lot, that's what I think of right now. Like, she changes, but then she likes to keep things simple, so that feels like a contradiction almost. Because I was initially gonna say, like, is she some sort of fashionista, right? Like, as a hobby, she likes to, you know, look at the fashion plates, she likes to plan her outfits, but then she likes to keep things simple. What's another thing that involves change? Does she like to change the furniture around, like kind of like interior design within the castle? That's the only other thing I can think of at the moment, unless someone, you know, maybe you guys have better ideas with a hobby that involves change. But for now, I'm gonna say like interior design type thing, where she likes to rearrange rooms and furniture. She likes changing her environment. Okay, I'm just gonna go with that because this video has been long enough and I'm just hoping I have enough footage to cover all the audio. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. Her backstory is really good, and I can't wait to find out by myself what the truth is about her parents and what happened to them. I'm gonna enjoy keeping that a secret from you guys and keeping you in the dark. So that is the queen consort Ylneee'ia Kyrena, a name that simply has way too many E's in it. She seems like someone or like a character that I would like really respect. A lot of respect to be had for her, which is really interesting considering that there's probably not a lot of respect that people have for her husband, the king. I'm really excited to just do more with her in the story, and I hope you guys are excited to see more of her too. For the next character, because I definitely want to do more of these design with dice character. I feel like I'm probably going to make this like a series on my channel. I don't know, it's just so fun. I don't know who I'm going to do next. I mean, a lot of you will probably tell me to do the aunt, but I don't know. What if I want to keep the aunt mysterious from you guys too until she comes into the story? Yeah, I don't know. I'll decide eventually. For now, here she is. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye!